What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video. Go live on YouTube every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord, and threads down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now AEW Dynamite, good show, and that's all I gotta say. It says Pyro kicks off another exciting edition of AEW Dynamite as Judas plays throughout the Scottsdale Century to signal to arrival of Chris Jericho for our opening contest. Chris Jericho is alone on his walk down the ramp tonight. The Jericho Appreciation Society not absent as the crowd singing along to the theme before Commander makes his way out next. We get a look at Commander's recent performance in AEW as the Luchador heads to the ring, and our opening match is underway. So we get Chris Jericho versus Commander, and this match right here, it was a pretty good match right here to kick off the show. This was a pretty good match. Chris Jericho used his power early on in the match but it's met with the agility and high flying that Commander is known for as he heads to the ropes, connecting with a big Hurricanrana on the Uncle before sending him to the outside. Commander hits the ropes and follows up on this with a big twisted dive onto the former world champion. Commander is in control as he heads up the steel steps before hitting a leap off the apron to Chris Jericho, sending him back into the ring after as he slides in, only to be intercepted by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho uses the size of vengeance once again as he slams Commander down, hard, getting in control of the pace as he lays in a pair of chops, sending Commander to the ropes. Jericho lifts him up, hitting a brain buster on the luchador that gets him a near fall. Commander starts to build up momentum again, however, hitting a back heel kick that rocks Jericho, but the echo rocks back, sending Commander to the outside as we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, Jericho is still firmly in control here, taunting the crowd before heading out of the ring to go back after the luchador. Shortly after, Jericho starts jockeying with Abrahams, which gives Commander an open to attack until the Chris Jericho knocks him back, still taking control even after Commander starts to build things up again. Jericho with a suplex to bring Commander back into the ring now, but only get a near fall. Jericho takes the luchador back down, taunting the crowd again as we come back. Commander catches Jericho by surprise, taking him down before looking for a Hurricanrana, only for Jericho to drive him into the canvas with a powerbomb. Commander starts fighting back, however, even getting a near fall off a lead mag just throw a pin combo. Commander hits the ropes, but it's met with a clothesline by the Jericho, who ends up charging into the boot of the luchador in the corner. Jericho catches Commander on the turnbuckle, however, looking for a superplex on Commander, but the luchador fights out of it, sending Jericho down with a headbutt. Commander walks to the ropes and hits a shooting star press, but only gets a 2 count before Chris Jericho kicks out. Commander heads to the apron, but is intercepted by Chris Jericho, only for the luchador to avoid a crossbody that sends Chris Jericho to the outside instead. Commander gets in the corner, pulling off a spaceman rope walk dive onto Chris Jericho as a follow-up. Chris Jericho sent back into the ring, but catches Commander by surprise, getting a near fall in the process. Chris Jericho goes for the Judas effect, but is dodged by Commander, who goes for a Dragon Rana, only for Chris Jericho to catch him in midair, transitioning in a lion tamer that forced Commander to tap out. The winner of the match, Chris Jericho. This was a pretty good match right here. Chris Jericho doesn't get an opportunity to celebrate his win before Don Callis makes his way to the ring. Admit at aim this heavy boost. Don Callis congratulates Chris Jericho on his win tonight before talking about how the wrestling world is buzzing about the possibility of Chris Jericho joining the Don Callis family. Don bigs up Chris Jericho some more before showing some old footage of Don Callis and Chris Jericho working together back in the day. Chris Jericho says he remembered that day, finally accepted because he still has all his hair. He also says that bad news. Allen told him that day to always make sure he and Don sit together. Before Don Cal says that Allen is up in heaven watching and excitement about Chris Jericho joining up with him. Don Cal says there is no pressure, but he is sure Allen will want him to say yes before Don Callis leave the ring, leaving us with Chris Jericho in the ring. Okay, we come to the parking lot where Alex Marvez asks Jack Perry from his car why he's out here. Jack Perry talks about the unsafe working environment of AEW and says he should be doing things in the ring, not in the parking lot, only to be intercepted by someone trying to open the door on the other side of the car. Jungle Jungle Boy stumbles out of the car after dealing with the child lock nearly get caught by Hook before running off scene. Hook also deals with the child locked to get out, telling Perry he's after him before also walking off as we cut to commercial. Back from commercial, we head backstage where Renee Paquette talks about Don Callis asking about what happened with Chris Jericho, only for Don Callis to announce that he will go to the ring by himself to announce that Blackpool Combat Club fifth member for the upcoming Blood and Guts match against the Elite. Renee asks about the threat of Kenny Omega, but Don Callis calls him a coward, saying he betrayed Don Callis before heading off. Um, so we get a video package of MJF and Adam Cole continue to bond together as they tag team, this time hanging out at a local club where MJF shows off his Playboy ways before playing some AEW Fight Forever, available now on all major consoles and PC, before they have something of a heart to heart about the situation they in a and as a tag team in this blind eliminatory tournament. Back at ringside, Darby Allin makes his way to the ring for our next match. This is followed by the arrival of the AEW International Champion, Orange Cassidy. Out next are Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia, normally coming out to their own themes rather than Jericho's, in light of what happened last week before this match gets underway. So we get a blonde tag team match, blonde tag team tournament semifinals. AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. This was a fun match right here, fun tag team match. We start things off with Orange Cassidy and Sammy Guevara. The latter remarking Cassidy matters him only to get caught in a side headlock by the champ. Sammy Guevara is quickly back in control as he beats down on Orange Cassidy before Daniel Garcia gets involved as a distraction. Orange Cassidy with a tag to Darby Allin now, who intercepts Garcia before pinning Sammy Guevara for a near fall. Darby Allin hits the ropes but is tripped by Daniel Garcia, who sends Orange Cassidy to a barricade next before tagging himself in. Daniel Garcia grabs Darby Allin with a spinning front chancery, taking him down to the canvas as we go to picture picture. Back from picture picture, Daniel Garcia is formally in control as he tags in Sammy Guevara, who continues the attack with a delayed vertical suplex followed by a knee to the back with a chin lock. Sammy Guevara takes Darby Allin down for a near fall before Daniel Garcia attacks in, driving a knee to the neck of Darby Allin against the ropes. Daniel Garcia locks Darby Allin up with some submission holds next, including a Boston Crab before Sammy Guevara tags back in, keeping the pressure on Darby Allin as we come back. Darby Allin fights out of the hold now, managing to reverse it until Daniel Garcia runs in to break things up. Darby Allin comes after him, knocking him off the apron, and Sammy Guevara catches him from behind while Daniel Garcia gets a blind tag. Darby Allin goes for a pin on Sammy Guevara, but finds out the hard way that's not the legal man. But the manage to avoid a disaster by Daniel Garcia to tag in the champ. Orange Cassidy goes on the attack, overwhelming Daniel Garcia enough for a near fall. Orange Cassidy sets up for an orange punch, but it's called by Daniel Garcia, who goes for a dragon tamer on the champ instead. Orange Cassidy is able to make it out and hits a Stone Dog Millionaire on Daniel Garcia for a near fall of his own. Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin rush into the ring with Sammy taking Darby Allin out, only for Orange Cassidy hit a beach break, but Daniel Garcia catches him with a near fall instead. This turns into an exchange of pin attempts, but by both men, until Daniel Garcia and Orange Cassidy get back to their feet and end up taking each other out with a boot to the face. They slowly get to their feet and tags in Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin, respectively, both of whom trade blows until they end up in the corner. On the outside, we see Daniel Garcia take the champ out on the apron as Sammy Guevara gets to his feet before charging at Darby Allin in the corner. Darby Allin dodges this, but is caught with a boot as Sammy Guevara goes back on the attack. Daniel Garcia has Orange Cassidy in another dragon tamer until Prince Nana comes down, telling Daniel Garcia to use Darby Allin's skateboard on the champion, but it's cut off by Darby Allin, who takes a big kick by Swerve Strickland on the apron. With that, Sammy Guevara has a chance to take Darby Allin down for the pin and the win to advance. The winner of the match and advancing in the blonde eliminator tournament, Sammy Guevara and Dan Garcia. This was a fun tag team match right here. Video package, a little bit of history on Nick Wayne's as he prepares for his AEW debut against Swerve Strickland tonight on Dynamite. Commercial break. We're backstage now as Renee Paquette looks to talk to Adam Cole, who is distracted by a phone call by Britt Baker and a confrontation by Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole is suddenly interrupted by a text from MJF, who starts to big up their match until he mentions having the blues after seeing Brian Cage walk by. The forces Adam Cole to call MJF, telling him to get ready as we head back to ringside as Big Bill and Brian Cage make their way to the ring for our next Blind Eliminator Tournament semifinal match. Out next is MJF, now normally looking much better now, who helps introduce Adam Cole before they head to the ring next. After a moment featuring Adam Cole revealing the Better Than You Baby shirt, this match is underway. So you get a blonde tag team tournament semifinals. AEW World Champion MJF and Adam Cole versus Brian Cage and Big Bill. This match right here, this was a decent tag team match. We start off with MJF and Big Bill in the ring, with MJF hyping himself up for a body slam on Big Bill, but it falls, leading to MJF tagging in Adam Cole and highlighting it up the ramp before Adam Cole cuts him off by giving him a pep talk to come back to the match. Brian Cage gets to tag in now, posing for the crowd to mock Adam Cole, who responds in kind with a set of push-ups. There is a directability, not a lot of wrestling in this wrestling match. Through they may be the the adventures of MJF and Adam Cole as they continue to figure out a plan against the size of Brian Cage and Big Bill, who tags in before turning MJF to show he can beat Adam Cole and how many push-ups he can do. The champ reluctantly obliged, only to take a boot to the back by Big Bill, who knocks Adam Cole off the apron and attacks MJF again before doing some push-ups to mock his opponent as we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, Big Bill and Brian Cage are now in control of the situation, taking advantage of Horn down MJF as Brian Cage tags in before taking the champ down with a shoulder tackle. Brian Cage goes after Adam Cole on the apron again, but before Big Bill tags in, continuing the attack on MJF with a chin lock, but MJF managed to escape at least for a second before he taking it back down. Big Bill with a tag to Brian Cage as they double team the champ, with Brian Cage hitting a big German suplex for a near fall as we come back. Brian Cage gets a near fall off this before tagging Big Bill back in, and Big Bill rips the shirt off MJF before taunting him with it. And this only angers the champ, but stops a choke slam by biting Big Bill's hand before hitting the body slam he was looking for. MJF is exhausted as he drops down, trying to get a tag to Adam Cole to no avail as Brian Cage tags in and intercepts Brian Cage, reversals a pile driver by MJF, but is taken down instead, allowing MJF to get the tag to Adam Cole. Adam Cole goes on the attack, taking Brian Cage down as he looks to MJF. They make the tag looking for a double clothesline, but Brian Cage puts a stop to it as Big Bill comes running in, only to take double kick followed by a super kick to the face by Adam Cole and MJF. Things get chaotic as MJF tags in Adam Cole, hitting a heat seeker on Brian Cage on the second rope before Adam Cole hits the boom for the pin and the win to advance. The winner in advancing in the Blonde Eliminator Tournament, AEW World Champion MJF and Adam Cole. This was a decent match. MJF gets a microphone from ringside asking Scott O'Toole if there are any devil worshiping in their house tonight. He says he's super over, but you know who else is? MJF tells Adam Cole to do the thing the do the thing, and Adam Cole does indeed do the thing before MJF hypes up the new T-shirt and the fact they gonna go after that double clothesline. Adam Cole takes a moment for a story time with Adam Cole, baby, hyping up the unexpected success of this tag team and what it would mean to win at Collision on July 29th. Things end when they do the thing with their new catchphrases celebrating as we see Roger Shawn watching backstage. Backstage, Renee Paquette talks to Jake Hager, who looks to confront Chris Jericho after what's been going on. Chris Jericho says Don Callis makes some good points and talks of the history, but Jake Hager says they have history as well. Reminded Chris Jericho that he saved his life 10 years ago in Abu Dhabi and was given a chance to do MMA and be in AEW because of Chris Jericho. If Chris Jericho cannot make a decision, then Jake Hager cannot give 100 himself as Jake Hager hands his purple bucket hat to Chris Jericho before walking off. So we go to commercial break. Back at ringside, Ruby Soho makes her way to the ring alongside the Outcast of our next contest. We get a recap of Ruby Soho defeating Britt Baker last week on Dynamite, followed by a stare down with Sky Blue, who makes her way out to the ring next. Recapping of her journey to the semifinals leads to this match getting underway. So we get the Owen Hart Women's Tournament semifinals. Ruby Soho versus Sky Blue. Now, this match was solid. This was a solid match right here. Ruby Soho is on the attack early on, but Sky Blue is able to fight back as she sends Ruby to the corner. Ruby dodges in attack before Tony Storm heads up on the apron for a distraction, only to be taken down by Sky Blue, who catches Ruby with a kick to the head on the apron. Ruby fights back looking for an STO, but is driven face first onto the apron by Sky Blue instead, only for Tony Storm to send her to the steel steps. The referee catches this, using his distraction not to DQ Ruby immediately, but rather kicking out the outcast from ringside. Ruby looks distracts but goes back on the attack, driven Sky Blue's knee into the steps for further damage before sending her head into the floor as we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, Ruby is still in control, despite Sky Blue attempts to fight back, giving Ruby a chance to get a near fall before bringing Sky Blue back to the corner. Ruby says on the injured leg, looking to maximize the damage, even as Sky Blue tries to fight back once again. This leads to Ruby pulling Sky Blue's leg up and slamming the knee against the ring canvas, looking quite confident as she continues. Ruby Soho sends Sky Blue back to the corner once more, this time heading out to slam the leg against the ring post before taunting Sky Blue on the apron as we come back. Sky Blue is once again fighting back and this time is able to hit a kick to the face of Ruby, who rolls back into the ring. Sky Blue goes up, but the damage to her knees cause trouble on the leading as Ruby blocks a follow up super kick, but Sky Blue adjusts and hits a neck breaker for a near fall. Ruby is up on the apron. Ruby is up on the ropes as Sky Blue charges but Ruby dodges it, only for Sky Blue to dodge the destination unknown. Ruby blocks a cold blue attempt, tweaking the leg. She transitions into a single leg grab. Sky Blue fights as hard as she can and make it to the ropes to break the hold. Ruby gets dropped on her face by Sky Blue, but it's only enough for a near fall. As Sky Blue goes up top again, only to be intercepted into a no feature for Ruby to score the pinfall and the win. The winner in advancing in the on hard women's tournament, Ruby Soho. That was a solid match. A video package, most recent AEW collusion, sets the tone for the on hard men's tournament in the upcoming 2 out of 3 falls match of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Commercial break. A video package, a world premiere for Harley Cameron's rap class. Back at ringside, Swerve Strickland makes his way to the ring for our main event of the evening, followed by the debuting Nick Wayne to a big ovation from the crowd before this match gets underway. So we get Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne. This match was fantastic. This was really good match right here. We start off with Strickland and Nick Wayne going at it until they're in the corner where Swerve Strickland marks Nick Wayne for a moment, only for Nick Wayne to respond in kind. Nick Wayne hits the ropes as Swerve Strickland teaches him and there is a quick exchange of holds before Nick Wayne hits the corner for a cold red attempt that is counted out by Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland takes a breather on the camera as the crowd cheers on Nick Wayne, who takes a boot to the face by Swerve Strickland. Nick Wayne catches Swerve Strickland by surprise with some nice kicks, but a moment of additional cause him to get taken down by Swerve Strickland. Nick Wayne looks for a springboard cutter, but is caught off by Prince Nada, allowing Swerve Strickland to catch him, but Swerve Strickland is met with a hurricane off the apron to the floor as we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, Swerve Strickland is now in control as he gets after Nick Wayne, sending him into the barricade where he and Prince Nada taunt Nick's mother watching from the front row. Swerve Strickland's Shining Gangs catch up with him as Nick Wayne sends Swerve back into the ring for a near fall. Before heading up the top rope, but Swerve Strickland knocks him to the apron. The two go at it here. Before Swerve Strickland sends Nick Wayne down to the floor, Swerve Strickland heads out to do more damage before sending Nick Wayne back into the ring, setting up a chinlock to keep the young man worn down as we come back from the break. Nick Wayne starts fighting out of the hole, but it's met with a hard strike by Swerve Strickland, who missed a right hook, and takes a left jab by Nick Wayne instead. Nick Wayne hits a shotgun dropkick to build things up before hitting a spinning kick and a cutter, but it's only a near fall. There's Nick Wayne heads to the ropes, but is intercepted once again. But Swerve Strickland only gets a near fall for his troubles as well. Swerve Strickland sets Nick Wayne up on the top rope. I'm sorry, Swerve Strickland sets Nick Wayne up on the top turnbuckle as we see Darby Allin out on the stage to cheer his prestige Nick Wayne on, and it seems to work as Nick Wayne hits a reverse rhino followed by a springboard cutter in the pin, but not the win, as Swerve Strickland gets his boot on the bottom rope to break the count. Swerve Strickland catches Nick Wayne with some hard strikes and the last call, that only gets a near fall, much to the surprise of Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana. Swerve grabs the arm of Nick Wayne, driving it back into it in an attempt separating the shoulder before the ref can do anything about it. Nick Wayne is driven down hard by a JML driver, giving Swerve Strickland the pinfall and the win. The winner of the match, Swerve Strickland. This match was fantastic. So we get a video package. Lance Archer has been on a tear, and he is coming back to AEW this Friday on Rampage. Back at ringside, Don Callis comes to the ring to announce the fifth member of the Blackpool Combat Club squad heading into the Blood and Guts next week. Don Callis runs down the Elite, and especially Kenny Omega, whose music hits as the best bout machine makes his way to the ring to a big pop from the crowd. But Kenny Omega is blindsided by the Blackpool Combat Club out at ringside. Kenny Omega shows past them as he goes after Don Callis, but he caught from the back with a chair shot by Pac. And he and the Blackpool Combat Club sends Kenny Omega into the ring, offering him over to Don Callis for a cheap shot to the head. Pac gets the microphone saying Kenny Omega has no idea how long Pac has been waiting to come back and get his revenge, revealing he is the fifth member of the Blackpool Combat Club. Blackpool Combat Club sets up a chair around Kenny Omega's throat as Pac heads up top, and John Moxley asks if Kenny Omega has any last words for his Canadian friend before the Blood and Guts, and Kenny Omega says they still have a fifth member to announce as well, telling them to check the screen, which reveals that Kota Ibushi is coming to AEW, joining forces with Kenny Omega, Page, and the Young Bucks as a Golden Elite in Blood and Guts. The lights comes back on, and Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks rush in to even the odds. Eventually, Blackpool Combat Club run out of the ring, where the head up the ramp as Kenny Omega takes down the Blackpool Combat Club, giving us his old closing line of goodbye and good night to close things out. And amidst a stare down between the Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite, and AEW Dynamite goes off the air. Okay, like I said before, AEW Dynamite was a good show, and that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below on what your thoughts on AEW Dynamite. But make sure please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please Hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube every Sunday, every Tuesday, and every Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time on YouTube. Make sure you guys follow my social media. My Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord, and threads down below in the description. Now, if I don't have nothing to do tomorrow, I will go live on YouTube. And then this Saturday, if I don't have nothing to do, I will also go live on Twitch as well to finish playing AEW Fight Forever on Twitch. But anyway, this your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept you crew, kept you kings, kept you club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.